marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house. We will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Briar-like in a perilous fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
We will have such a prologue, and it will be written 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will the ladies not be afeard of the lion? I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore another prologue must tell that he is not a lion?
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. For if you think I come hither as a lion, no, it was no such thing, it were pity of my life. I am a man as other men are, and then let him tell his name that he is Flute the bellows mender.
That is well, but there's 2 hard things, that is, to bring moonlight into a chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Find out moonshine, find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Then may we leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play our play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or present the person of moonshine. But then there is another thing, to bring a wall into a great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did speak through the chink of a wall.
You never bring in a wall, and what say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him, to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have entered into that break, begin your speech, and everyone according to his cue.